guys, welcome back to another episode of Latravia's Kitchen. Today we're making something extremely quick and simple. Sweet coleslaw. Yeah, we're making some sweet coleslaw, and I'm hoping it tastes like KFC's coleslaw because I really love KFC's coleslaw. So let's get into the ingredients. All right, first off, I'm making a very small amount, but I'm making a small amount because I'm taking the lazy way out today, right? And I want the coleslaw that's in this bag. Yeah, this one has like green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots in it. It also has some kind of dressing in here, but I don't want that dressing. I want my own. So I'm just gonna take out my green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots out of here. But in order for us to make our coleslaw dressing, what we need is 1/2 cup of some mayo. I got that real mayo, creamy and smooth. We're gonna need 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup of regular milk, but you know, I use oat milk, so oat milk. We're gonna have about 2½ tablespoons of lemon juice, 1½ tablespoons of white distilled vinegar, about a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, and about 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar. So to start this off, oh, and I can't forget, right here, we have about 2 tablespoons of like little minced onion as well to add into our mix. So to start this off, we want to go ahead and start adding in our wet ingredients into this bowl here. So we got our buttermilk. You know when you use buttermilk, shake that bad boy up. And remember I said 1/4 cup, right? So we're gonna go ahead and pour out 1/4 cup and drop them in. Then next up, we're using regular milk, but for me, oat milk. I've kind of like fallen in love with this oat milk. I don't know why. It just tastes so much better to me. Probably because I found out recently I'm allergic to dairy. And as much as I love stuff with cheese in it and all ice cream and all that, ain't gonna work for me. So, but I will substitute and get the oat milk. But I'm not gonna substitute with my ice cream. Oh well. So pour that in there. We got our 1/4 cup of oat milk. Then we want to go ahead, since I'm working with liquids, I might as well keep going. Shake up this lemon juice here. Remember, if you watched that episode of the lemon herb chicken and rice, you notice I use real lemons there, but I did mention if you didn't want to bother with the real lemon, they do have lemon juice in a bottle, and this is what I meant. So it's 100% lemon juice, and yes, it's called real lemon, and apparently sometimes I'm stronger than I thought. There we go. I don't know who be sitting here closing these caps. I guess I'd be the She-Hulk sometime and don't even realize it, but let's go ahead and get 2½ tablespoons of this lemon juice in here. 1, 2, and about 1/2. All right. So we got that in there. And then remember we said about 1½ of the white vinegar. Let's go ahead and pour this on out. 1 and about 1/2. Okay, so we got our liquids. And let's go ahead and get this Mayo dropped in here. Remember, this is about a 1/2 cup of mayo we measured out here. Now I'm going for that sweet flavor, so that's why I'm not using like Dukes or anything like that. Like, I want the sweet flavor. Remember, I told you I'm trying to replicate KFC's version, and anybody who's had that, you guys know it's so sweet and I love it. It's about the only coleslaw I eat, actually. Just like for the longest, the only fried fish I would eat, I don't even know if you would necessarily call it fried fish, but for the longest, when I was little, the only one I would eat came from Long John Silver's, and I think that's because my uncle worked there, and he tricked me into thinking that it was chicken at first, because you know they be looking alike. He didn't have to be mean to me like that, but he did. He got me. So we got that in there. We're trying to stir this on up. I'm gonna break down that mayo. Now you add the mayo in, it's gonna look kind of clumpy, so just try to break it down. So to kind of break up that those mayo clumps, I went ahead and grabbed my whisk right here. Next up, I'm going to add in my 1/2 cup of sugar. And we want to get that to kind of dissolve in as well. So another reason why I switched up to that whisk. And while we're stirring and whisking that right on in, let's go ahead and start sprinkling in about our 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. Yes. And then let's go ahead and put in about our 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of black pepper. Y'all know sometimes I do go a little overboard with the pepper. I don't know why. I like a little kick, but I also like for this one to be sweet. Guess you say sweet like my personality. I guess it depends on who you talk to that day. But, all right. So that you guys can see the mixture here. I don't know, can you see that? So now that we have all of that in there, it's time to add in our little diced onions. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that spoon I was using earlier and just slide them bad boys right on in. Get them coated in there. And then, so that you guys can see, I threw that pack away. I don't want that sauce. So I threw that dressing away. And I'm gonna go ahead and dump this, my red cabbage, my green cabbage, and my carrots right on in my bag here. Now I see there's like some really big spots in here, so I'm just gonna break them down a little bit. See, I'm one of those people in the kitchen, I don't mind using my hands. So let's go ahead, and I think you guys already know that. Some of this got stuck up in here. So it's time to put the whisk down and go back to the spoon. So we want to make sure that our coleslaw mixture gets nice and coated. Now you guys know I'm always trying to make things simpler, just as simple as it can be when it comes down to in the kitchen. Whole reason of why I bought the coleslaw mix, right? The green cabbage, the red cabbage, and the carrots already cut up. But if you want to go to the store and buy you a red cabbage and buy you a green cabbage and then throw them bad boys in the processor and chop them up and all of that, be my guest. Go right ahead. Me on the other hand, remember, I want this to be just as simple as possible. Now get this nice and coated, I know you guys are probably like, what does it look like in that bowl? All right, look, let's get this. Glass bowl. That way you guys can see exactly what it'll look like up in this bowl, okay? Let's go ahead and scoop some out. Yes. And we got it nice and coated. This is what it looked like in that bowl, guys. Look at that coleslaw there. Now, of course, once you make it, you want to go ahead and make sure you put that bad boy in the fridge, okay? Put it in there about an hour or 2 hours. Get it nice and cold. Also, make sure all your ingredients are nice and cold, too, when you make it. That'll probably help with the, the cooling time. But, yes, this is it. This is that sweet coleslaw. Now, I cannot wait for it to really, really, really cool down so that I can enjoy. Let's take a bite. I keep picking up stuff and dropping it. My bad. Guess I want it too bad. I told you, I was trying to get that KFC flavor, right? And I'll be down. I got it. So, if you like the KFC coleslaw like I do, be sure to check out in the description box down below. I'll have all the ingredients listed out. And I'll have a little method there too. Very quick, very simple. You want to take something to a cookout, whatever else. You know, it's down here in the South. We have our coleslaw, our potato salads, and everything else. Pasta salads. We take the cookouts in the summertime. So, hey, quick, very simple. And to be honest with you, I had everything I needed here in my kitchen. The only thing I needed to go get was my red cabbage, green cabbage, and some carrots. And then I even made it even more simple and just went ahead and bought some that was already chopped up and just added it to my mixture. So, like I always say, all of the ingredients and the instructions will be down in the description box down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.